Hi everyone. So today I thought I'd talk about the elephant in the room that's been chilling in the room for the past year. And by elephant, I mean YG Entertainment. Okay, so I think we can all agree that 2019 was not YG Entertainment's year. In fact, it was unbelievably bad for them. But as 2020 is starting, I won't lie, it looks like things are looking up for YG, which makes me happy. Not for the person YG or even the company, but for their artists, because I love all their artists and I want them to be happy. A lot of things have already happened, even though as I'm recording this, it's only like the 7th of January, but I still a lot has happened with YG, even just in these 7 days. So I thought I'd talk about that and discuss it and, just let it all out. Okay, let's start this off with Treasure. Treasure is YG's new boy group. Now, unless you haven't watched Treasure Box, which came out in late 2018, you probably don't know much about Treasure or Treasure Box, so let me give you all non-Treasure makers the rundown. So basically, back in November, I think it was, of 2018, YG released their new survival show called Treasure Box. Now, initially, there were around 30 trainees competing to be in a 5 to 7 member boy group called Treasure, but by the end of the show, YG had changed its mind and decided to try something different and make a 13-member boy group that will be split into two groups. So kind of like how EXO did EXO and EXO-M. No, sorry, EXO-K and EXO-M. Wow, I'm just losing my mind here. And then you know how EXO-K and EXO-M would form together to make EXO. So these two groups would be called Treasure and Magnum, and Treasure would be focused more in Korea, and Magnum would focus more in Japan, and the two groups would basically come together and form Treasure 13. Now, I was an avid Treasure Box watcher, and I was really happy with the lineup. I was pretty satisfied with it. It had nearly all the people I wanted, and I thought the idea was great. I was really excited for their debut, knowing fully well that 2019 would be Treasure 13's year. Well, I was wrong, because as soon as 2019 started, YG was hit with scandal after scandal, and Treasure 13 was swiftly locked up in their dungeon with their future unknown. Fast forward to the 6th of January 2020, which was literally yesterday as I'm recording this. Treasure 13's Twitter account posted a statement saying they're having a new beginning. They opened up a new Twitter account, this one only called Treasure, not Treasure 13. And a group photo was released, but it only had 12 members, not 13. Soon Treasure makers found out that Yoonbin had left the group and YG altogether because his musical direction was different from that of Treasure, and I'm guessing by that he means he actually wanted to release music and not be locked up in a dungeon. I'm just guessing here. Honestly, this didn't surprise me at all. I was actually I was expecting even more members to have left, considering the group, their debut has literally been postponed for a year as of now. And honestly, as sad as it is to see Yoonbin go, I understand why he's left, and he's honestly so talented, and I know his future is bright because he's just literally so talented. I will never shut up about how talented he is. Now, this wasn't the only change that was seen for Treasure 13. Now with only 12 members, YG had decided to scrap the whole Treasure Magnum group thingy and just stick with the 12-member group called Treasure, which is their largest group. They usually only have 5 to 7 members in a group, so this is their largest group. But yeah, so they just kept Treasure, saying that there was actually a possibility for subunits in the future, but as of now, they were just going to be Treasure. The members are also now allowed and encouraged to participate in the production and music making element, which surprised me because I thought they were allowed to do that from the start, so I guess not. Well, now they are. I think it was probably because all the members are very talented in producing, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, I think it was Haruto, he wrote a song and I'm pretty sure it got a first win, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. Everything aside, I'm just happy that they're debuting, because after waiting for so long, And as sad as it is, I just accepted that this was going to be another Mix 9 and they just wouldn't be debuting. So to see that they're actually going to debut makes me really happy. And like, I hope YG isn't clowning me, because I'm going to be super sad if they are. And if any of you guys want to know the members or want to stan, I'm currently working on a guide for that, so look forward to it. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick because I don't want to stay on this topic for long, because I just find the whole thing to be a waste of time and it just makes me mad. Basically, I think at this point everyone knows how awful YG is to Blackpink, and no one is denying that because it's just cold hard fact. And Blink's being angry is completely justified, but what can't be justified is the number of Blinks in Treasure's Twitter comments saying things like, "We didn't want this," or "We want a Blackpink comeback," or "Blackpink full album." I understand you guys are mad, and I understand you guys are angry and upset, but please go be angry and upset somewhere else, because doing this on another group's Twitter is just straight up disrespectful. If some other fandom was doing this in Blackpink's comment section, all of you would be raging a war right now. You guys do know, like, Blackpink isn't the only group being mistreated by YG, right? Treasure was literally meant to debut last year, and YG just kept them all in the dungeon. And, like, I haven't even, like, cherry-picked these comments. They're literally the top comments on the post. Imagine the boys seeing these comments. Imagine how hurt they'd be. And, like, it's right there, and it just makes me so angry. And, like, it's there on their new Twitter account. It's the top post. And, like, can we just not? Like, can we not? Thankfully, there were some sane Blinks in the comments, and I'd like to applaud them for not embarrassing their fandom. Okay, let's move on to the other big news that came out of YG in the past week. So, Coachella recently released their lineup of artists that are going to be performing, and Big Bang is on that list of performers. Basically, Big Bang's comeback stage is going to be on Coachella, which I am super excited for, not gonna lie. I think this video by JRE really just sums up how I'm feeling, sums up my thoughts. I'll link it in the description if anyone hasn't seen it. Now, Big Bang didn't have the best 2019, and I'm not even going to talk about the Burning Sun scandal because that would literally take a decade to explain and talk about, and I just don't want to get into it. GD, Top, Taeyang, and Daesung are all back from their military services, and I'm really happy that they're going to be on stage together once again, especially since I thought that Big Bang would just disband and the members would just go solo. But, like, even saying that, I'm not fully sure if this actually means Big Bang is back, but I have a good feeling. But however, I'm not sure if, like, they're gonna stay with YG, because I did see somewhere that they've renewed for another 7 years back in, like, 2016. So if that's true, then they still have, like, another 3 years, a little over 3 years. But I'm not sure if they're gonna stay for those 3 years and just not renew their contracts once it ends, or if they're gonna leave in 2020. I have a feeling that one way or another Big Bang will end up leaving. I don't think they're gonna stay with YG, and I feel like they'll probably make their own label. Like, that's just the feeling I'm getting, or at least I feel like GD might make his own label, maybe even Taeyang. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so after all this news, what does YG's future look like? Well, I definitely think that this year is going to be much better for YG than 2019. I also heard that iKON are working on some new music, and I'm pretty sure Blackpink is as well. Hopefully they do get a comeback, and more than one, this year. And I have talked about what's happening with Treasure and Big Bang, so you guys already know about that. That's what the whole video was about. I honestly think that YG's future is fine. It's gonna take them a while to recover from 2019, but I feel like they'll rebuild. Now, I might just be overwhelmingly optimistic here, but I love all YG artists, and I just want them to succeed. I will say, however, if YG doesn't start to make some major changes in the way they manage their company and their artists, what happened in 2019 will 100% happen again. It might not happen in 2020, but it will happen again sometime if they don't, like, fix up all the shit that's going on in that company. Okay, y'all, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want, you can subscribe. You don't have to, but you can if you want. But anyway, goodbye. Love you all. Take care and stay healthy.